Okay, welcome to Music Theory Video 7. This is a very straightforward topic. We're going to talk about transposing music from one key to another. Why would you change key? You may change key because it's easier to play in one key than another, or it might be easier to sing in one key or another. Or you may have received a piece of, tab or sheet music that it's in a key that you're just so unfamiliar with you don't even want to try. So how would you change from one key to another? So I show this sheet that I stole this shamelessly off the internet, and I'll provide it to you. It's very straightforward. This shows all the relationships between all the keys. But if you look at any given line, and I recommend looking down here at the key of A. If you look at the what's on here, you're familiar with it. This is simply the chromatic scale, and you should be able to just create your own if you had to. A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D. You know this one. And as you go to any other line, it's the same thing, just starting in a different place. So E, F, F sharp, G. So, the same relationship holds all the time. So all there is the same relationship. So you shouldn't be dependent on this chart. This chart is really just for convenience. But let's work through a simple example. Let's say we wanted to go from the key of C to the key of G. So let me just highlight that so you don't have to look at all the other stuff. Here's the relationship between the key of C and the key of G. And there's a one-to-one correlation. So any of these notes that you run into in your key of C becomes what you see in this line. So let me show you an example. Either the note C or the chord C gets translated to the note or chord of G. And there's a one-to-one correspondence everywhere. So D, chord of D becomes the chord of A, or the note of D becomes the note of A, and it's that simple. So all you gotta do is go up and down. Hopefully that's very straightforward. And it's true for any line. You can go from any line to any other line. Just be consistent and don't lose track of where you're starting from and where you're going to. I could likewise go the other way and say, hey, I want to go from the key of G to the key of C. And so, of course, the G note becomes a C note, and the G chord becomes a C chord. The thing I just want to clarify in your minds is, let's go over here. Major chords translate to major chords. Minor chords become minor chords, and seven chords become seven chords. And that's true for any other kind of chords you run into, diminished or sus or augmented. What doesn't matter. If you're going from one, it becomes the same type of chord in the new key. So for example, if you had a G7 in your key of G music for whatever reason, it would translate into a C7 chord. Or if you had a G minor chord, it would become a C minor chord. If it's a major chord, G major chord, it becomes a C major chord. But it's that simple. Just be consistent, be methodical. Like I said, you're not dependent on this chart. You can write it out chromatically on a sheet of paper and work it out, okay? Anyway, I hope that helps. I'll probably give you a little exercise to go through, but it's pretty straightforward. So anyway, talk to you later.